Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have a seat, but I appreciate the standing ovation, especially before I said anything. Well, it's a pleasure to be back in Peekskill. I am a Westchester resident. I'm your neighbor to the south in Mount Kisco, but it's a pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be with all of you once again. Let me start by acknowledging my county executive, your county executive, a great county executive, George Latimer. A mayor who just gave me a hug outside. I think he cracked 3 of my ribs. But he is that strong, not just physically, but spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and strong as a leader. And he has been a breath of fresh air for Peekskill. Mayor Andre Rainey. Your state senator, Peter Harcum. Let's thank Lou Lanza for his hospitality today and for all he does for Peekskill. And I want to acknowledge the members of the Regional Economic Development Council who are here today. Alita Federico, Marcia Gordon, Maureen Hallahan, Kim Jacobs, and Jim Taylor. Let's give them a round of applause. So today is simple. What do we all do? Why are we in government? Why are we involved in the local community? What does the governor do, the county executive, mayor? We all really work at the same enterprise at the end of the day, which is how do we make our state better? How do we make our community better? That's what it's all about. Partially for ourselves, but even more for our children, because some of us are fairly far down the road. But our obligation is, as parents, as citizens, how do you leave our children a better state, a better home than what we had? And that's what it's all about. And that's what we try to do in state government. That's what we try to do in county government. That's what we do in local government. And the best approach is when you can get all of those levels of government working together and all those people pointed in the same direction. And that's what we try to do. I call it top down and bottom up. State government, regional government, local government pushing up, state government and regional government working down, but all arriving at the same point. On the state level, we've been focusing on the economy. Why? Because the economy drives all. If we're not producing jobs, there's no opportunity. Young people are not going to come. There's no economy to survive, for businesses to survive, so it's about the economy. And we've been lowering taxes. Everybody in this room pays a lower tax rate today than the day I was elected, I'm proud to say. We've been investing in businesses in record numbers. We've been attracting businesses in record numbers. Listen to this. New York State today has more private sector jobs than it ever has had in history. Isn't that something? Unemployment rate in the Hudson Valley was 7.4%. Today it is 3.3%. Isn't that nice? So we're doing our part. The county as a partner under George Latimer has brought a new spirit of energy and effectiveness, and he's reaching out and partnering with local governments. You are in a region that is a natural growth region. You are in one of the most beautiful regions in the nation. Forget in the state, in the nation. I mean, you're feeling it now with the growth. We went through a down period, but you're seeing it naturally come back. Why? Because water seeks its own level. There's a natural beauty here. There are natural assets that are irreplaceable. The Hudson River Valley, it inspired an entire school of artistry and sculptors and painters. People came from all across the world just to be here to see it and paint it. You come up that Hudson River, that is the Lord's River, the Hudson River. I mean, it could not be more beautiful. And we've been cleaning it up and insisting that GE cleans it up, and it's better than it's ever been, and it's going to be even better, but it is magic. And you feel it now all through the region. You feel the energy. You feel the energy. You feel people from New York City. 50 million people visit New York City every year. 50 million. State has about 19 million people. New York City has about 8 million people. But at one time, New York State was just New York City. They came to visit New York City. They were just New York City. Now you're seeing tourism. You're seeing New York City residents rediscover the Hudson Valley. You see young people rediscovering the Hudson Valley, right? And we're doing everything we can to encourage that. Redo Stewart Airport. Why? It's a beautiful natural resource right there. It's a tremendous asset. You can fly into Stewart, make it a first-class airport. Redo the transportation system. Get Metro North running, on time, reliable. Redo a new Penn Station. Going into Penn Station with Amtrak is like going into the 7 levels of hell. Why would you want to do that? We're building a new station right across the street from Penn Station in that old beautiful post office building. Legoland is coming. Regeneron is growing. But you see it in people's faces. You see it in the young people who are coming up for the culture and for the arts, and because they want a little space, and because they don't want the density of the New York City environment all the time. So the region is on fire, and the region is magic. And then you have the local government. You have Peekskill. And Peekskill itself has to be part of that rebirth. Okay, you have a synergy, you have the energy, you have the market that wants to come, but are you preparing yourself to maximize that potential? It doesn't come naturally. They can come to Peekskill, or they can go to Garrison, or they can go here. What is Peekskill doing? So we started a program called the Downtown Revitalization Initiative, DRI. So the state's doing what it's supposed to be doing, regional economic development councils working, the county's working, and then to give local government the tools, the Downtown Revitalization Initiative. That said what? We will invest in you and in your revitalization if you have a real plan that works and can make a difference. I'm a little cheap. Ask my kids. I am even cheaper with your money than I am with my money. We're not going to give money to a local government to fund a phony plan. You know, every local government has a plan. They have a bookcase full of plans. We said we're going to have a competition across the state. And we want the best plans, and we will invest in the best plans. Now, Peekskill put in a brilliant plan. They really did. First, you have all sorts of natural resources to start with, but the plan builds on that. That waterfront is such an asset. Water itself is such an attraction. You look at around this country. I was in the Clinton administration. I did housing and urban development all across the nation. The water is a magnet. It is a magnet. It draws people. It draws businesses. They want to be there. It's relaxing. It's a change of scenery. And you have a magnificent opportunity on the waterfront. Fleischman's Pier is a brilliant opportunity on the waterfront. The Central Business District is doing well. And you see growth. And then there have been projects that have been ready to go but haven't had the funding. Paramount Theater is right. The gazebo and redoing that and making that something special, that's right. And you needed funding to do it. So you put together a brilliant plan. And you have a secret ingredient. And what I look for more than anything else, do you have the capacity to get it done? Why? Government is very good at talking, right? Politicians are very good at talking. Can you get it done? Can you actually make something happen? Because so much of the disillusionment about government, so much of the lack of credibility is all they do is talk and nothing happens. And what do we all really want at the end of the day? We want government to do something to help me. Help me, touch my life, touch my town, touch my school, help me. Government's plans, proposals, press releases. If you added up all the press releases and all the proposals, forget New York would be a country. If 1/10 of the things we talked about we actually did. So when I look at a plan, I say, do they have the capacity to actually do this? Do they have the executive leadership? And are they going to do it in my lifetime? I don't need my daughters to cut any ribbons. I want to cut the ribbons while I am still standing and above ground. So, that's why when I said I believe in your mayor, I believe in your mayor, and I believe this plan is going to turn into reality. I believe this plan is going to turn into reality because you're committed to it, because the Regional Economic Development Council is going to help, because County Executive George Latimer is all in, but because the quarterback is going to be Mayor Andre Rainey, and he's going to carry that ball. I also told him outside when he was squeezing the life out of me, I said, by the way, if this does not get done, you should think of locating in a state like New Jersey after. Now, let me give you the context for this. The Democratic Revitalization DRI plan was so popular that we have about 100 applications from local governments all across the state. Problem is we only have 10 winning slots that get a maximum of $10 million, okay? Hold it, don't applaud yet. So you have 100 applications. Only 10 winners that get the full 10. I know everybody wants to be in first place. Everybody wants to win. And if they don't get first place, and if they don't get the full $10 million, then they get disappointed. But only 10 out of 100, that's the top 10%. And the competition was very, very stiff. And $10 million is great, but $8 million is a lot of money, and $5 million is a lot of money. And you don't always win the first time out. Sometimes it's a little bit of a rehearsal, and you get some practice, and then you come back the next year and you win the whole thing. Do you understand what I'm trying to communicate to you? Because life has expectations. Having said that, I am pleased to announce that Peekskill has won first place, $10 million. Congratulations.
Please welcome Westchester County Executive George Latimer.
That fabulous news takes your breath away. The county is all in. We're going to throw a couple of $100 in there, too. But, Governor, thank you for coming to Peekskill. This is a game-changing announcement for this city and this region of Westchester County, because the communities that are around Peekskill, Cortland, Yorktown, Buchanan Village, they all look at Peekskill as the hub of this area. So this is a tremendous announcement, and the city of Peekskill and the county of Westchester appreciates the state stepping in, and we're very confident that the mayor and his team will do a great job. It falls to me to reintroduce everybody the governor just introduced, but they deserve a second round of applause. State Senator Pete Harcum. Stand up, Pete. Stand up. Our Assemblywoman Sandy Gale could not be with us today. We are joined by our county legislator, John Testa. John? A number of members of the Peekskill City Council. Please stand up. Council members? I think according to the open meetings law of New York State, we now have an illegal meeting of the Peekskill City Council that you are all now attending and witness to. We have our host today, a terrific guy, a great businessman, a fabulous restaurateur, Louis Lanza. Louis. And we're joined by our neighbor to the east, Town Supervisor Lanny Gilbert from Yorktown. He's taking notes. Everybody's taking notes about how they can get their hands on the 10 million. The governor introduced them individually as a group. The members of the Mid-Hudson Regional Economic Development Council, please stand. Thank you for your leadership. The world's best deputy county executive, Ken Jenkins, Westchester Deputy County Executive. And we want to recognize all of our friends in labor, part of the labor community. Please stand up and receive our recognition. This really is a wonderful opportunity, and the governor said it very accurately. This is an opportunity for partnership between the city of Peekskill, the county of Westchester, and the state of New York. And the state takes the lead, and all of us look forward to helping this renovation of downtown Peekskill. Peekskill is already coming alive, and we feel it every time we're in this community, the restaurant community, the arts and culture that's in this community, the physical attractiveness of the buildings, the architecture that's been preserved. How many communities tore down their architecture when Peekskill preserved its architecture? And that is part of the strategic vision that the governor and the members of the regional council were able to identify. So we appreciate, Governor, again, the ability to help Peekskill in this profound way. It does help all of Westchester County, and I think it's time for us to hear from the man of the hour, the Honorable Mayor of the city of Peekskill, Andre Rainey.
Hands are still shaking. I want to first start off by apologizing to the governor, to his security, and to Bill Bolter. I will be hugging you all again before I leave. It's a new day in Peekskill, ladies and gentlemen. I want to start by saying thank you to our county executive, George Latimer, for your leadership and your commitment to our entire county. Thank you. I also want to say thank you to Governor Cuomo for being here with us today for your 4th visit in Peekskill. Your dedication to revitalizing New York has proved to be an incredible boost for all, and we're excited to see what is to come of this game-changing investment in the city of Peekskill. So thank you. To our city staff and our city manager, thank you all for your daily work to make this city the best it can possibly be. And thank you everybody who played part in making this happen. Thank you to Enormous Creative as well and everyone who joined forces to make this possible. As many of you may or may not know, here in Peekskill, we've been working tirelessly to bring our young people back, giving them a reason to stay and build lives and families here, right in the city of Peekskill. We thrive to make Peekskill a place for everyone. And we're known for our great diversity, and today we can say we are well on our way. As mayor, it brings me great joy to see our small businesses thriving and young people and hearing stories about families looking to start their lives here. Listening to our seniors tell us how proud they are of the change and improvements that they've been able to see in this great city and how grateful they are that we are pushing this city forward, making progress, staying positive, because this is what Peekskill is. Investments like this DRI award increases people's desires to make their homes right here in Peekskill. And I could not be more proud to accept this award on behalf of our community. This award gives our community hope. Small cities like Peekskill can appreciate this moment, and for years we believed the potential of Peekskill is coming, but now, thanks to our governor, as John Van Decker would say, you're helping us get there. Governor Cuomo has proven to be a proud New Yorker. I watched him over the years, including standing by his side as he fought for the 2% property tax cap earlier this year. I've seen him in action making life better for New Yorkers day in and day out, and the impact you've made on our state will be remembered for years and years to come. Thank you. So thank you, Governor Cuomo. As a little boy from Stewart Gardens seeing Peekskill today, that Peekskill pride we have is real. This DRI will certainly continue Peekskill's progress and ensure a more prosperous downtown for years to come. And I end every speech with this one quote, as I feel like I can speak it into existence. But today, thanks to our governor, I feel like it's a reality. So God bless you all. God bless Governor Cuomo. And God bless one of the greatest cities on earth, Peekskill, New York. Okay.
You just step right to the left?
Yeah, sure.